Alright, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Jinzle bringing guys a brand new video here today. My microphone's a little too far away. Bring her right into frame where you guys can barely see her. So for today's video, we're actually going to be doing a Q&A, and I think I asked you guys on Twitter, holy shit, I'm looking at the date. I asked you guys 11 days ago. It's been almost 2 weeks. It's taken me almost 2 fucking weeks to record this Q&A. And Q&As are like so easy to record, so I don't really know why it took me this long. I just like kind of haven't really been paying much attention to, I guess, how long it's been. I also want to get a lot of questions, and we got quite a few questions. And I have my window open over there. You guys obviously can't see it because my arm is pointed that way, but that window's open like a little tiny bit because it's super nice out right now, and I just kind of want to get some fresh air in here. So if you guys hear like birds chirping and shit in the background, I'm sorry. They get a feature in the video. But I asked you guys on May 3rd, it looks like, to ask me some questions for a Q&A, and it's been almost 2 weeks. I feel literally so pathetic. For two weeks, it's like unacceptable. So our first question is actually gonna come from Jinzle_, which is not me, by the way, and I know a lot of people always get like super confused whenever we go back and forth, but there is another account on Twitter that is Jinzle_, but the L is actually capital I. If you click on the profiles, you'll notice a difference, obviously, because one of them is literally me, and then the other one is not me, so I need to be verified. I don't actually need to be verified. I feel like people think I'm a total asshole or like some like egotistical fucking loser whenever I say that I should be verified. It's mostly a joke, but it would be cool to be verified on something. But his question is, how tall are you? I'm pretty sure he asked me this in the last Q&A, but I'm actually 6'8". Thanks for asking. And then under that he puts in, you better put that in the fucking vid. There you go. Yeah, you got your question in the video. Risk Vipes asked, did you know you can put hand sanitizer on your hand, light it on fire, and it won't burn you for a couple seconds? Sadly enough, I actually did that when I was a kid one time with my cousins, because we were just, not really weird. It was just something like stupid that we did at one point, and I think we were like in my garage, and for whatever reason, we were just extremely bored one day, and we just kind of like started making these little, I don't know, it was like tinfoil things. We were trying to make something like blow up, which sounds really bad, but like we would take like tinfoil, turn it into like a bowl, and then just like pack it with like cotton swabs soaked in like alcohol and stuff, and then just light it on fire and see like what would happen. But most of the time it would just kind of like burn and turn the tinfoil black. And then actually my cousin did that. He ended up putting alcohol on his hand and then he lit it on fire, but it didn't go out. It kind of like kept burning until it hurt. So yeah, I learned pretty quick that you can do that, but it's just not very safe, and I highly don't recommend that. So please, for the love of God, don't try that. Please. I shouldn't even put that question in the video because I'm afraid somebody's actually gonna do it. Juicy the Freak asks, hashtag Jinzle Q&A, when will you do a Q&A? He asked us on the 3rd, and I feel like this question would be a lot more ironic if he asked that like yesterday, like when the fuck you gonna do the Q&A? We asked questions 2 weeks ago, but right now. Close Vixa asks, hashtag Jinzle Q&A, any future collabs in the makes, and if so, with who? I would really like to collab with Jev. It sounds really bad because, obviously he's in FaZe, and I am a very small creator that is a speck of dust on the platform of YouTube. But, I would love to collab with Jev. It's not really in the works right now. I mean, I've talked to him, but it's not like we've talked about anything like important like that or something that's important to me. Obviously, he could give a shit less if we ever worked on video together. I would love to work with Jev. I'd also like to work with a lot of smaller creators, especially like my friend group that consists of like Premier, Avidity, Pilio, Disc. Well, Disc isn't Disc anymore. He's Fuzzy Husky. He's a Minecraft YouTuber now. So actually, if I make Minecraft videos, which I do plan on doing, maybe I could work with him on a video. Nothing in the works, just would actually really enjoy to do that. Dynamo asks, hashtag Jinzle Q&A, when, why, and how did you find out you want to do YouTube? Explain all, please. So I think this question comes up a lot whenever I do Q&As, and it kind of just stemmed from me wanting to play video games and not really having a productive way to do it, because obviously I've given a lot to YouTube and video games, like especially money. I've given a fuckload of money to video games, and I've given a lot of time to YouTube, but why did I want to do it? I guess because I thought that I was pretty good at video games at one point, which obviously now I'm shit, especially in comparison to a lot of the players and stuff for these teams and shit. I don't really know why. I made my channel in 2011, and I think I only made it so I could subscribe to channels and like watch good content and stuff. Like when I discovered YouTube in like 2007 because my little cousin was watching like Monster Jam videos on YouTube, that's when I like learned about it, and I think YouTube came around like 2005. I just kind of wanted like a cool out, and especially because I'm kind of like, I wouldn't say like a class clown. Like all through school I was kind of a class clown. I mean, I would say class asshole because I was just such awful awful student, terrible. And like I didn't really enjoy the attention in that sense, kind of just because I wanted to be like a rebel asshole. I don't think of myself as funny, I just think I say a lot of dumb shit, and I feel like it kind of melts together pretty well with YouTube and video games and whatnot, just because I just make like really smart ass remarks, and I just always have something to say about shit. And I always thought that being a YouTuber was like really cool, because like you could be almost like a celebrity, or like obviously like an internet personality right from your own bedroom or your house or wherever you are. Like it's just so, it's not easy, but it's just, you could be so much more just from making content. And like I said, I always wanted a productive way to play video games, and if I have to be productive and make this, well, I have Modern Warfare open on my monitor right in front of me, but like if I can use this to use as content and entertainment for somebody else, I thought that was extremely productive, especially to use for, you know, like obviously to be entertaining to somebody, or even just to entertain myself. Because like a lot of times I'm sitting here, I'm either editing a video, watching live streams, playing video games, obviously. I mean, yeah, I guess it was just being productive, playing video games, wanting to be an entertainer, kind of having things that I like to talk about. King Ironic Glowing Mind asks, hashtag Jinzle QnA, if G Fuel Energy gave you your own flavor, what would you want it to be? Honestly, G Fuel has so many flavors, I don't even know if I could actually come up with one on my own. I'd probably have to have a lot of help coming up with something like that. They already have a coffee flavor. Obviously, like I'm sitting here drinking another homemade coffee after I finished the one that I just bought after work. Honestly, I don't know. It would have to be something that like kind of represents me, or at least something that sounds good. I honestly don't know. I'd probably honestly have to have G Fuel come up with something for me and just be like, hey guys, here you go, make me a flavor. Cash asks, hashtag Jinzle QnA, why won't she text me back? Because you're too fucking good for her, my good friend. Way too good for her. She doesn't deserve you. King. At FFG Swag 1 asks, how did you first blow up on YouTube and Twitter, etc.? I haven't really blown up yet. I just kind of really grew my following through Twitter. I would just kind of like make really good connections with people, and I joined a lot of teams like back in the day, like a lot of teams that like weren't making content. They were just basically a group of people that were all kind of doing the same thing, like a lot of teams were and kind of still are. But I wouldn't really consider myself blown up. I would consider myself grown. Like I've grown a following on Twitter and YouTube and Twitch, I guess. Twitch is kind of, I don't really stream that much. But realistically, it was just making a lot of connections, meeting a lot of people, and just doing my thing, really. Like, it wasn't really anything I did specifically. Like, I didn't go out of my way to, like, promote the shit out of myself. Like, you know, put myself on a billboard to get subscribed. No, it wasn't like that. It was pretty much just a very homegrown thing where I was just doing my thing and people somehow found me and just kind of came along on the ride. Closed Dogans asked, hashtag Jinzle QnA, what's your favorite COD? Wow, that's a tough one. Holy shit, that's a tough question. I feel like this question has come up a lot, too, especially because I'm, like, a COD creator. Favorite COD that I've had like the most memories on, or favorite COD is in the most fun I've had playing the game. I would say my favorite COD, Modern Warfare 2 was good because that's where like I really started playing a lot of video games. Like COD 4 I played when it first came out. World at War I didn't really play all that much. I don't really know what I was playing at that time, but that game wasn't really my cup of tea. Either way, all the like first games, like where Call of Duty was like really like gaining a lot of traction up until like Black Ops 2. Like all those games are such good games. Like I would say probably my favorite, probably the most basic and like the earliest good game, which was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. That would probably be my favorite game as far as like the one that I kind of like really got to start on and like mean something to me. Most memories would have to be Black Ops 2. I had so many memories on that game. That game is like monumental in my memories. I tried going for like Obey Alliance, you know, like recruitment challenges. I tried to go for like red recruitment challenges. I tried Phase 5 on that game. These next gen Call of Duties don't really compare. I don't know why. They just don't have the same, they don't have that same like bread and butter. They don't have it all. They just have the bread. They don't really have the butter. It's just not all there. Ja Designs asks, what computer are you using? Hashtag Jinzle QnA. I'm actually using a custom-built PC, but overall, I built an insane computer, and the best part is I built it myself, so we can just call it, I'm using a Jinzle PC. Brady asked, does pineapple belong on pizza? Only accepting the answer of hell no. That's the answer you're gonna get. Hell fucking no. That's literally gross. Elix asks, top 10 best maps from Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, BO4 not included because that's some dog shit ass multiplayer. Top 10 best maps from Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. I don't know if you want me to name 30 maps, like top 10 maps, or if you want me to just like group them all together and just kind of like go top 10 out of every map from each of those games. Black Ops 1 maps. multiplayer maps. There was 26 maps on that game. Okay, firing range has to be a top one. Okay, so I'm gonna do like 2 or 3 maps from each game. So we're gonna go firing range, Nuketown, radiation. Those are my 3 for Black Ops 1. Black Ops 2 map. It's kind of pathetic. I have to actually look these up. Okay, so then we're gonna go raid, slums. Carrier was a good map. Hijacked was a pretty good map. Express was kind of dog shit. Aftermath was the worst map in that game. So we're gonna go for BO2. We're gonna go raid, Plaza, and Carrier. And we have Black Ops 3 maps. Honestly, looking at all these maps for BO3, BO3 had some pretty good maps. Not gonna lie, there's actually very few that I didn't enjoy here. Redwood was kind of ass. Stronghold. I'm gonna have to actually look through all of these. Okay, so we're gonna have to go Aquarium, Combine, Fringe, and the final one I'm gonna have to say is Hunted. That's my 4, so that's top 10. 3 from Black Ops 1, 3 from Black Ops 2, and 4 from Black Ops 3. Damn, dude, I didn't realize how many good. I don't even know if there was like a single map that I could say was bad on Black Ops 3. And they even had Nuketown on Black Ops 3. Like, dude, Black Ops 3 was such a good game. It's absolutely #1, the best advanced movement Call of Duty we've ever had and ever will have if that was ever to come back. Which I hope to God Jetpack stay the fuck away from Call of Duty for at least another 10 years. Like, this franchise cannot handle that. But I think that's pretty much going to wrap up today's Q&A, and thank you guys so much for asking all those questions, because I don't even know how many questions we had here, but between people replying to the tweet, people just tweeting random questions at me, there had to be over 100 questions, maybe 200. There was a lot of fucking questions, and I answered quite a few, and I'm sorry if you guys, you know, like if your question didn't really make it into this video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for asking your questions, and if your question didn't make it in the video, I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you guys for all the support on the channel recently as well. The last video, I think it has like 100 and something views, 30 plus likes, 17 dislikes, has like 20 something comments. So thank you guys so much for the support on that video and all my videos prior to that. The channel's been doing really well lately, and I'm just really feeling the content. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys did happen to enjoy, feel free to leave a like on it. It really helps out the channel. And yeah, it has been your boy Jinzle. I will see you beautiful people in the next video. I love you guys. Peace out.